just popped, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Light Party Podcast, where today we're talking about, well, it's actually the first in a series of episodes that we're going to be doing spread out. I don't know if we're going to do them all at once, but regardless, I already know I'm your favorite tank's least favorite tank. You already know it. It's TITOKMF. I'm the Light Party's tank. Oh, of course, I have a gun, but someone else who has a gun is Mike. Mike has a gun. His doesn't have a sword, though.
No, it's just bullets.
Oh,
Maybe a robot.
shit. And if you listened to last week's episode, canonically the best player in the Light Party, it's Warchamp 7.
Hello, hello. I do not have a gun, for I do not need one.
That's right, he stands still. And for some reason, our party doesn't have a healer, so we'll have 3 DPS. It's my boy, Viram.
You know, I can't even pretend to be a healer. My DPS is the furthest thing from a healer it could possibly be. But
What does that mean?
yeah. Hey man, some of these DPS, you know, they have the capability to heal. You know, Summoner can kind of heal. Picto
He
can
doesn't even
kind of
hit.
heal.
You don't even hit Bloodbath?
I can heal myself.
Oh, okay.
I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about everyone else.
Oh, everyone else. All right, well, that you know what that means. All right, Mike, you're playing White Mage.
No,
What? You just got it to 100, man.
no,
No, you're back on that life.
No. Don't worry. I'll take over. I've got all 4 healers at 100. I'll take over with one of them.
Shit.
I'll be there soon. Don't worry. Astro's next.
Yeah, I have
Love Astro.
1 out of 3. Healers will probably be. I'm saving healers and tanks for last. I'm doing all my DPS first.
You're
But we're-
crazy for that.
What do you mean?
It's so much harder with the DPS queues.
Yeah, but that's why I want to get it done first.
Yeah, you're right.
And
You're still
then,
crazy though.
when it's time to do my healers and tanks, I can just queue for literally anything and I'll get in. It'll be so fast. Be all downhill.
He's right. What are you gonna queue for, Tito?
You know, I might queue for some main scenario. I might queue for some leveling, obviously. But one thing I'll definitely queue for, because it's Fat XP Warchamp 7, thank you for the segue, is Alliance Raids. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. It is the first in a series of episodes where we're going to be talking about all the Alliance Raids in Final Fantasy 14. We're going to go by expansion. You know, we're gonna go, you know, step by step by step. But I think what we're going to do here is talk about them, you know, each of the Alliance Raids, and then what we're going to do at the end is we're going to tier all of the, like all of them. We're going to tier all of them, all the Alliance Raids in the game. And then we'll do one on the regular raids and the normal raids at a later date. But before we get into kind of the retrospective, recently, as time of recording, I think last week, they announced and confirmed Chaotic Raids, Alliance Raids, Chaotic, World of Darkness Chaotic is coming soon. What do we feel about a 24-man Savage Raid, basically? It's a Savage Light, right? Like, it's a 24 Savage Light? It's not actually
Yeah.
Savage?
They said, like, I think in terms of difficulty, it's between extreme and savage.
Sure. I know, Mike, you're excited.
Honestly,
I'm so excited.
yeah. I think above all else, it's just gonna be funny. I think
it's gonna be
just-
so funny.
The first couple of weeks, just shenanigans are going to ensue, and then even after that, I think you're going to hit a point where it's still going to be funny because you're going to have new people that are going to try it out, that have no idea what's happening, mixed with people that know what's happening, and it's going to be all over the place.
All I know is Alliance Chat's gonna be blowing up.
Bro, I have to re-enable Alliance Chat. I have that shit off.
It's gonna be loud.
Here's the thing about that. I'm going to make the assumption that you're level 100 for this. Is that a safe assumption?
I feel it's a safe assumption.
I think it's safe.
Okay. Right? Because
Which-
they wouldn't make you go back.
Yeah, it'd be
Which
kinda
makes
crazy.
like it kind of creates another question too of just like, are they gonna keep this like updated as like max level content?
Mm.
Because like it'd be really weird for them to take like a level 60 Alliance raid and then make a 24-man Savage version that's level 100, and then like in the future where like hypothetically the level cap goes up again, it'd be weird to have like a level 60 Alliance raid with a level 100 difficulty, and then it's not like the level cap content, you know, like you don't have the max level rotation anymore later. It's interesting to think about. almost makes you wonder if maybe this is kind of a hint that the level cap is staying here, because that's something they've kind of talked about a little bit.
Yeah, I've always been kind of wondering about that too. Like 100 just seems, and like in every other Final Fantasy, right? With this, with select exceptions, 100 is tends to be the level cap. Then there's like 99, but that's just a weird number. Um,
So before we get into, because I could talk about because the level cap because
big speculation.
yeah, because the thing is like in the next expansion, I don't know. Do they just go? Do they just go back? Do they just go? Do they just be like, all right, cool. Now you're level 1 again, but you're level 1 alpha, or you're prime level 1.
That's a route they could take too.
They could just prestige it, like monster. They could just like MR it, right? Like just do like hunter rank.
Yeah,
Just like reset.
I feel like that would be weird with I guess just like a visual thing. Like you'd have to have like a symbol next to your name, right?
Yeah, you would
Because
just have like a little, like a little, like the Scion symbol, like your Scion level 1, Scion 2, and it goes up to Scion 10, or whatever. Ultima 1.
Ultima 1.
Yeah, what level are you, bro? I'm Y'shtola. Psych. That's the big bad. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited for it. I think it's gonna be very, very fun. I'm actually interested to see what other, because the thing is they're picking World of Darkness specifically, right? So like I'm interested to see where they're going to pick here, because we only saw a part of World of Darkness. We didn't see the rest of it, and that might be on some bullshit because I don't know, is Circus Tower chaotic just the bug? They just put the bug back in with no rocks.
Mon Savage. Yeah.
They just
You're
don't.
right.
They just don't give you the rocks anymore. Like in the like when it was bugged.
That's probably. Now the other interesting thing as to what they pick and choose to be chaotic is that now remember World of Darkness is the last Alliance raid in Realm Reborn in its story. So they could do like Dunscaith chaotic, but skip the other two. They could do Orborn Monastery, skip the other two.
I don't want to
And
do.
then
I don't want to do fucking Thalia's chaotic.
and then the scary one, Paradigm's Breach chaotic.
Oh, that sounds like a great time.
Matt?
No,
Wait, no, that's
near.
not Matt. Near.
No,
Near. Bro,
That's
first,
red girl staining the entire floor red.
Red girl chaotic.
Red girl chaotic. Catch these trains, man. Like it's yes, it's gonna be bad. And then see that's a route they could take is just pick the last of each storyline.
Bro, first of all, then
And you
all
have
the near
Valley.
raids take way too fucking long. All of them.
They do.
They are way too fucking long. Every single one of them. And I'm just
Chaotic
sitting here
be an
like,
all day event.
all right,
11-hour raid. It's time.
Jesus fuck. All right, well, chaotic. I'm excited for the chaotic stuff. I also think it's going to do that thing where it's going to get more people into higher difficulty content, because it's like it's difficult, but it's also like a party mode. So,
Right.
So like people are like, oh, I've done chaotic World of Darkness. Maybe I'll try EX1.
Mhm.
I hope that
And I feel like
happens.
people are gonna actively queue for the chaotics too, because like you gotta like find 23 other guys. You're not doing that.
Not the party finder.
Right. You're not party finding 3 statics to go to
No,
go to
I'm sure you're
chaotic.
gonna have to just hard queue for it.
Right. So I would imagine this is probably a really good entry point into higher level content.
And the
Like you said.
DPS queue might not even be bad.
30 minutes.
It's often not bad for Alliance raids.
Yeah, it might just be
Regular
10.
Alliance
10 or
raids,
12.
yeah.
30 minutes.
It's always 30 minutes. Every
Always.
queue's 30 minutes.
Jesus fucking Christ. Well, I'm excited for that. We'll do it when it drops. If you're listening to this on Spotify, hopefully you'll see. I'm actually gonna do something that we haven't done yet. Is I'm gonna upload the video version as well to Spotify. So if you guys can follow along because we are going to do a tier list. We're going to do a tier list here. And we're going to talk about each of the raids, what we like, what we don't like, and we're going to rank them here. If you want to make your own tier list, I'll put the link in the description below to our tier maker. But otherwise, let's go ahead and boom. Real easy, real simple. I haven't even touched the tiers yet. So how do we want to let's start with how do we want to rank these? Do we want to rank these by how fun they are, how good they are? Because there's not that many. There's like 16, something like that. Not even
3 it's 15
15.
because it's 3 each expansion.
So I when it comes to tier lists, I mean I have a way I like to do tier lists because I like to go based off of like I think S to D are so ambiguous they can mean anything. I like to be specific. So like I'm just gonna throw one out here and you say would queue for fun. So
That's
this is a raid that I would queue just because.
Okay.
Okay. Then at the bottom, please delete. This shit ass. And then
Instant leave.
instant leave. Oh God, no.
Oh God, no.
I think right above. Oh God, no! I think we put funny,
Funny.
and I think it's Void Arc that we're putting there right away.
We're gonna go straight. Okay, wait. Let's
Wait, why Void Arc?
I think it's Void Arc.
No, I
What's,
think.
what's the one where the first fight is like on the boat?
Dunscape.
Oh, that's
It's Dunscape.
Dunscape.
Dunscaith is going in funny right
That's
off
correct.
off rip.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. We'll go funny, and then above funny is I think would queue for fun is kind of in general, right? Like it's good and it's fun to play. I would just queue this just to have a good time. I think right underneath that is don't mind in dailies. So like if I roll this in dailies, I'm like not mad about it. I'm like, okay, sure.
So then we
Man.
got what's left? Mid.
So I think as a result, funny should go up a tier. And
Yeah,
there
I
should
think
be
so
like
too.
a boring tier.
I think funny goes here. And then low roll.
Low roll.
Yeah.
So we have let me go ahead and make this a little
Oh, that's perfect.
so
It's
we
like
have
you knew my eyes don't work.
you said all right, so we have would queue for fun, won't mind in dailies, funny, it's a low roll, oh God, no. All right. So let's start, I guess we'll go chronologically. We will start here with all the ARR dungeon or the ARR raids, which
Sure.
I get the feeling there's a cap here, but we'll go here. We will start here. Who wants to talk about everyone's favorite? You get it, you know it, you love it. Labyrinth of the Ancients. Like
I I think at this point I would and it's not to any credit of the alliance raid itself. It's probably a don't mind in dailies for me, mostly because I'm so desensitized to that entire tier of raids. Because that's what is rolled the most, at least in my experience. What's
I
rolled
roll
the
these all the
most,
fucking time.
all the
Yeah, everyone
time.
does.
So,
'Cause
especially
for a long time, people tried to eye level sync down to get them specifically because they're the fastest
Mhm.
ones to go through.
right, yeah, people would cheese the shit out of their roulettes, so like you would only get these, and I'm they'd have like not to any merit of the mechanics or visually or how they run. They're all don't mind in dailies to me for ARR because I get them. I'm just so desensitized to them at this point.
I think out of all of these, I actually Labyrinth of the Ancients actually is the least egregious to me out of all three of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
I like Circus is fine. World of Darkness is that's probably low roll. If we're being real about it, that's probably low roll for me. Um Labyrinth the Ancients, maybe like if I had to pick something that's not Don't Mind in Dailies, is funny just because I love asking people what their bets are for Behemoth.
Oh, true. That's why I don't
mean-
mind it, because I get to play that mini game every time to see how many people die to Behemoth Meteor.
Right. How many people die? How many people die to Behemoth Meteor? And if we're especially bad, how many people die to Ancient Flare?
Or,
How many
or,
people
or
forget
yeah,
the
I always
bubble?
like to see like if we can one cycle flow.
Right.
Flagathon.
Yeah. So like at this point, you're just turning everything into a mini game.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I very much agree. That's for me. That's like the only reason why I find any amusement in Labyrinth of the Ancients. Because the other thing would be with the 3 Atomos who goes on the wrong side, who goes in the wrong
Ooh.
lane.
it's a fun
Yeah.
one too.
Or if you have a tank that pulls too early and so many people are just stuck in lane A and there's nothing in
You know
lanes
what?
B.
This shit might be
I've
funny,
been
bro.
there.
This shit might be
Yeah.
funny, bro.
It's-
Yeah.
There's room for shenanigans.
There's so much
Um,
fuckery in this
There's
raid. Very
But-
convinced me, bro. This shit might be funny, bro.
The other two though are just they're such boring nothing raids.
I think both of these are low. Like I don't when I roll them, I don't actually like I'm not like fuck me, but I'm like I
right. Yeah.
think both of these are low roll.
Circus Tower definitely had a period as funny.
You
When,
be talking
like-
about with the bug?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
It had a brief
start the expansion.
part of life as funny. But yeah, I think it's low roll. I am almost wondering if World of Darkness goes into oh god no.
It's close.
I really hate World of Darkness.
to me,
'Cause
it's very
Yeah.
close.
It's so easy for that one to just go like horrendously wrong, and it's not in a funny way like Labyrinth of the Ancients. It's
and
just
in multiple parts too.
that's what I mean. Like almost every boss, there's a way to just colossally fuck it up.
Is this when you fight is World of Darkness where you fight headless guy and like you can be chosen, or is that Labyrinth of the Ancients?
No,
That's a Labyrinth of the Ancients.
Okay.
World of Darkness has the angry eyeball.
Oh, here's
Yep.
the man. Fuck this eyeball, man. God damn it.
It's got the dog.
It's got Cerberus, Gross,
Yep.
Cerberus.
Oh, bro, this
That's,
shit
that's right.
ass.
It's got the
bro.
eyeball, it's got Cerberus, and then
And
it's
this is the
got-
chaotic.
yeah.
Yes.
I will say though, there is one funny thing in Labyrinth of the Ancients when you're against Cerberus and they don't do the reawakening properly, and
Oh,
he just
you
has
mean
the
World
fucking
of Darkness?
Yeah, World of Darkness. Sorry, and he just gets the 16 haste stacks and he just mauls
It's
everyone
so
one
funny.
by one.
Never seen
That's funny.
that.
That's funny.
He just turns into a monk. He just like fucking starts minking.
Literally, he just
God.
goes up to each person, one auto, dead. Next person, one auto, dead.
He just turns into Wolverine with X Factor 3.
Yeah.
He just fucking Berserker Barrage. Like he just oh shit. That is funny. But it's not funny enough.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
shit ass.
Yes.
All right.
It happens way more rarely than the funny stuff on like Labyrinth of the Ancients, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of 10, in their totality, what are we giving the ARR Alliance raids
Like collectively?
collectively?
Like a 4.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a 4.
3 or a 4.
They're
I would do a
definitely
3.
like they're definitely like relics of their time.
Yes, they're old as shit. You can
Like,
tell.
Yeah. There's a very different design to them that just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. All right. We move on to Heaven's Ward,
Unscathed
Which
into
is-
funny right now.
Yep.
which brings
Yeah.
us Void Ark, Weeping City of Mach, and Dunscaith. Okay.
We'll talk about it later. Dunscathed into funny right
Okay,
now.
is Dunscaith funnier than Labyrinth of the Ancients? I think the answer is yes.
Yes.
If just because of the first boss.
Yeah.
The first
It is
boss is
because
like
of the
the
first boss.
single funniest thing in
King
any
of
Alliance
funny.
The king of funny.
It is King of Funny. You haven't lived until you've seen 14 of your alliance raid get yeeted off of a boat.
raid. Yeah.
It's so good.
No, and then like 12 more die to Doom.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then 2 of them die because they didn't fucking go all the way to the wall, so they died in the black hole in the middle.
That's
Mhm.
Yep.
I did that today.
There's a reason that boss is first.
Can you imagine if it was like last?
Yeah.
The longest walk of shame ever for like half the fucking alliance. Holy shit. What the I will say though, Diablo's Hollow takes way too fucking long.
Fight does
Takes long, and like it's a weird kind of like it's jarring as a tank. I mean, you've probably done it as
Yeah.
tank, right? Where it's like he hits really hard for no
For
reason.
no reason.
Yeah, yeah, he does.
I'm
Like, why are your autos tank busters, bro? Like, go away.
Tito and I rolled that in roulettes today, actually.
Yeah.
And our tank was main tank for a little bit, and I'm like, where is your health going?
He's just dying. He's just fucking dying. He has to have uptime on his fucking mids the whole fight.
It's bad.
You just have to like fucking. You have to just off. You have to tank swap in alliance raid.
Like I got him.
Healers don't have good tools at that level. Like
No.
He was playing white mage.
Yeah.
what?
like,
Yeah, like
tier
white
two.
mage just barely gets lilies. Like you don't
Yeah.
have. There's so much
Yeah.
you just don't have.
You don't have it. I'd get him to full, and I'm like, I blink, and he's down to 40 again. And I'm like, ah, fuck.
Yep.
What's going on, man?
Like Scholar doesn't have Excog. Sage doesn't have Toracol. Astro doesn't have. It's still only got one essential dignity. Like it's just not enough in the kits to keep people alive.
Meanwhile, everyone's fucking hitting a door for 8 years.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
needs to go.
Yeah, bro. Where's Dunscaith Chaotic, bro?
Double doors.
2 doors.
Two
Oh
doors.
no.
It's a double DPS check. That is the first real DPS check in the game. Like, actually, though. Void Arc. Yeah,
Hold on.
man.
I wish I had like a soundboard because I have the perfect. Let me just grab the song.
You have a sound. You can do the soundboard in Call. Prison.
It does work.
It does work.
Oh, I don't have
Sloppy.
the actual like song as a sample, but just this is my reaction to
You
this.
talking about this song?
This song. You can play this
No,
song.
I am.
Excellent.
I am. While we're talking about the Void Arc, okay.
This is in my eyes, this is like the 4th ARR Alliance raid. It's so boring.
This shit. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. I don't.
Yeah, I think.
Gun
I'm
to
gonna
my
agree
head,
with
I
you.
can't tell you what's in this thing.
I can tell you one thing, and it's that like fucked up fish.
I can
That
tell
you
you one
fight in the
thing. It's the
beginning,
last
that
boss because
mantle
she got
guy.
hella
Look,
legs.
the manta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can remember. 2 things: is the manta ray and the Marlboro room. where you
I
get
can
all
remember
the
Echidna.
clouds.
The boss in between those two is like you got that tree and you got the thing attached, like tethered to the tree. And
Oh,
you're
that
fighting
thing.
the two at once.
Gross.
This shit is fucking ass.
I zone out so hard.
Yeah,
Every time I
it's-
see Void Arc pop up, I'm like, all right.
We've
time
literally
to just-
queued for Void Arc, and I'm like, all right, man. Let me pull. You want to watch a video on
Yeah.
rogues in D&D? Let's watch a video, and I'll just
eyes glazed over.
I'll just
fuck
screen. I'll
it.
just literally go from sharing my screen to sharing my other monitors, and we'll just watch a video.
I don't have to pay attention anymore.
Like, holy shit! Fuck those plants in the middle too. Like, God, with the vents. This is the vents, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just kill yourself.
God,
Knock
dang
it off. Just knock it off, man. All right, and that brings us to the Weeping City of Mac.
The wiping city of Mach.
Yeah, the Wiping City of Mac. Wipe my ass with this Mac.
More like the sleeping city. I'm going to bed.
Oh shit! Play it again.
Damn.
Play the song again.
Big man.
Damn, do Heaven's Ward raids suck?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they kind of suck.
That's true. Now, is it a low roll or are you actually tilted when you get this?
I'd say
I'm in
low
low-
roll.
Yeah, I'm in the low roll camp.
I
Uh oh.
Uh huh.
I don't mind these. here's the thing. I don't hate like I joke about Weeping City, but Weeping City is kind of cool just for the lore implications because it's got Ozma.
Oh, right. It does have the
It's,
sphere.
it's got baby Ozma. It's not the real one. You know, the real one's over in Baldesian Arsenal, which like maybe counts for this tier list. I don't know.
I don't think it does.
24-man
Mm.
content, but it's not an alliance raid.
Yeah.
That Ozma fight is kind of fun though.
I would call this a low roll. I would rather roll Circus Tower than this, personally, but I'm like, oh man, whatever. Like, I'm not actively hating myself when I roll this in Alliance. Like, I don't regret queuing.
Yeah.
I regret queuing when I get Void Arc. I'm like, I don't even want this XP. It's not worth it.
Leave them out.
All right. Heaven's Ward raids out of 10.
Also for
I give it a 3.
I was gonna give it a 5 if just because Dunscape kind of hard carries.
Dunscape does hard carry. No, Dunscape 1 carries.
damn. That's true.
I
No, the rest of
I
Dunscape is fine.
am I'm gonna give it like a 5 just because like I think I am less unhappy getting Heavensward raids than I am getting a Realm of
Errors.
Board raids.
Yeah.
But I
Hmm.
also think a little bit is just due to like people cheesing the system and forcing me into the AR ones so much, and also
Mhm.
having to farm them for both animal weapons and like the Shadowbringers relic weapons so much. Like I'm just tired of them because
Yeah.
I've had to see them 1,000 times.
Yeah.
So I'll put Heavensward a little bit higher.
Okay. We move over. Now you see now it's all uphill from here though.
It is.
It's all uphill
Yeah,
from here.
yeah.
It's only up from here because we're getting the Stormblood raids. We got the Royal City of Rabanasib. I never know how to the
Ridorana.
Ridorana, thank you. The Ridorana Lighthouse and the Orbone Monastery. Yes, sir. Let's talk about it. Let's start with Royal City.
These are bangers. Honestly,
These
all
are-
3, I think they're bangers.
I think they're all really good. I think they're at least don't mind in dailies for me, all 3 of them.
Mm.
Yeah. I would agree. I think the only exception is Orban for funny, mostly because of the show hole meme. Show hole is really funny. With the Mustadio fight.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
See, like, it's funny, but also just unlike the other 2 in funny, it's just a quality raid. So
Yeah,
I
it's also
like.
good.
Yeah.
I would rate it.
Yeah, these
higher.
are also good.
Okay. Let's
It's
put them
hard.
all. Let's put them all up here for now. Would you queue any of these dungeons just for fun?
Yes, I've done that with Orborn Monastery before.
I think Orbor Monastery is the one I would queue for fun.
It's also just like I found that just queuing for alliance raids when you're at like that multiple of 10, like low end of multiple of 10 level. So like let's say you're between like 70 to 75 is actually just a good way to get XP,
Yeah.
even outside of the roulette.
It's just so much fat XP, and the Ultima fight is really cool, but people die
Yeah.
to it a lot.
And people dying is funny. It's always funny.
People
It's
dying
always
is
funny.
funny. I would queue Orborn for fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And also just the boss lines in Orborn go so hard.
Crazy.
Like Thunder God,
Yeah.
bro. Thunder God.
Thunder God.
Thunder God is
a
nuts.
sick fight that should have been the last fight of a raid, and then it's not, and you're like, damn, there's another cool ass fight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, play Fall Guys, but not really.
Orban
So-
have math.
That's
No.
Lighthouse. Ridorana
That's it.
Lighthouse had maths.
Yes. Wait, hold on.
Is Ridorana going funny?
Where am I going funny, bro? Because of math. It's the funniest one. I argue that Lighthouse is the funniest alliance raid on this whole list.
Yeah.
Just because of that. It's just Dunscape, but if Dunscape was even funnier. Because math.
Because math.
But then on top of that, the final boss is also funny because of the magnetism thing.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yazuma, the Empire
No, it's
is
funny.
a cancer.
It's funny, bro. Construct
And
7
I'm the
carries.
bomb.
I'm the
Barber's
barber's blade.
Construct
Oh.
7 is crazy.
Famfrit's pretty funny because he can just like,
Yep.
if you get baited right into his little urn, you're just like, oh, you're dead. Here's a big old jug of water. You're gone now. Goodbye. That's very.
I would like to make a proposition.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh.
I think we should have a tier between the top two that is like extra funny.
Oh, sure.
Extra funny.
Sure. Super funny.
Yeah, but like above the don't mind in dailies tier. Yeah. And we put
Or how about like funny,
Lighthouse
but still good?
yes.
Funny squared.
Funny and good.
There we go. We have
Perfect.
just funny. Then we have don't mind in dailies. Then we have funny and good, which is this one.
Exclusively
Yeah.
Lighthouse.
Construct 7 is crazy.
Construct 7.
Give me, don't be a coward, Yoshi. Give me Lighthouse Chaotic. Make them do math.
Big math.
The Japanese servers will, their completion rate will be crazy. The American servers will plummet. It will be race to world's first. You're doing a Lighthouse Chaotic. They can't get past Construct 7. They just can't do math.
No.
Good thing I have my abacus.
Yeah. Oh. We were just talking about that. I gotta get it set up.
Now that we
Yeah.
have this new category, do we move Orban good, or do we?
We move Well, the thing is, I think Orban is not that funny. I think it's just really good. I think it's just
Yeah.
super good.
No, Mustadio is very funny,
He is very funny.
but he is also the first boss. So I think that just goes like top tier wood queue for fun.
Yeah.
It's got everything.
It's
You
got
know,
everything.
good fights, good mechanics, funny. It's everything.
Hey, is Lighthouse would queue for fun? Hold on.
I don't know about that.
I think funny and good is where it should
Nah,
stay.
Okay.
I think funny and good is fine.
Yeah, that was a tier made for that raid specifically.
Yeah.
All right. Now we gotta talk. Now we gotta talk.
It's near raid.
It's
time.
near raid time. We are here
Three.
at Shadowbringers.
All three at the top.
We have the Copied Factory, Puppet's Bunker, and Tower at Paradigm's Breach. All of these are fire. The problem with these is that they're long as shit.
I don't mind that.
I don't mind that.
All of
Neither
these
do I.
raids fuck me up beyond belief. I die to everything. But I would run these so many times.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I don't know if it's necessarily fair to tie these to the quality of the raids. They have great glam, and I feel like
they do have great.
No,
glam.
that kind of matters. That kind of
yeah,
matters.
because like
It's the best glam from
I-
any alliance raid.
I spent ages farming Puppet's Bunker, and like I was having a good time doing it, just for the aiming.
Yes, the aiming
Body
coat,
piece.
the aiming body
Yeah.
piece. That's a body armor. That's the one I use for my machinist. It's
I
so
love that piece.
good.
This is good.
Heat.
Bro, the chess pieces. A lot of them are fire. I have the Reaper chess piece where I have a glamour where it looks like I'm from the Matrix. It's fire.
Yeah, the whole raid series just has very, very good glamour. Actually, no, I think it wasn't even Puppet's Bunker. It was Tower of Paradigm's Breach I was farming.
Yeah, I think you have to farm the
'Cause
first
that
one.
has, yeah. But
Okay,
man,
so
they're all-
out of the three, though, I think all these, at bare minimum, are don't mind in dailies.
Easily.
Easily. Personally, I don't think any of these are funny. I think they're all cool as shit.
if I wasn't allowed to put all 3 in Wood Queue for fun,
You can.
and I had to put one somewhere else, I would put Puppets Bunker in funny and good, because I don't think there is anything funnier in the game than pointing one of the fucking aircrafts at another group.
That's devious.
I didn't even know you could do that.
There's nothing
Yeah.
funnier in the game than aiming that shit at another party. Yeah, that thing has like aggro. Like it is pointed at a player, and if you don't know what you're doing, or you know what you're doing a little too well, you can absolutely just murk an entire alliance raid with it.
Oh no. Now I'm gonna.
Leaf Central.
Now I have to queue. Like,
We have to learn. That's really good.
I wouldn't be opposed to putting all 3s in with queue for fun. I think all these are real. I think these are the best raids.
They're very good.
100%.
With one except, I think there's one that's just as good, but we'll get into it. I think all 3 of these are really good. Out of these 3, which is the best one though? Is it Big Robot Man? Is it fucking Big 2B? Is it 2B Decepticon Voltron, or is it Red Girl?
I think Copied Factory definitely gets 3rd place.
Yeah.
Even though when that raid first dropped, getting to that last boss fight with the fucking Weight of the World FF like jingle
The remix.
mashup, like that blew my goddamn mind. But I still think it gets 3rd out of the 3.
Yeah, I agree.
But I love all of them.
As much as I hate how long it is, I think Red Girl's the best one.
Yeah, Paradigm's
I
like,
love
off the
Tower
final
Paradigm's
boss
Breach.
alone. Paradigm's Breach kind of seals it for me.
Even though you
The
fight Red Girl
music
for
of that
6
boss is-
years. Yeah, the music is crazy. Music's
Music's insane.
Music in all of them is insane. I feel
Yeah.
like I had to I played Puppets Bunker way more times than I did Tower. But I don't know. I don't know if that's just because like there was other content at the time. I just didn't have a reason to spam Tower. But Tower was definitely sick as hell.
Tower is great. All right. Then we finally get to our Endwalker Alliance raids. With Aglala. Then we got Euphrosyne and then Thalia. So which gods do we like fighting the most? That's really what this question is. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Rhalgr is a crazy fight to me. When
Rhalgr
you're-
is pretty neat.
When you're fighting on the fucking hand and he does like the fish shit, that shit is hard.
Mhm.
Aglaya is definitely minimum funny.
Just funny?
Minimum. I like it,
Yeah,
it
I
could
agree.
be fair, but at the very least, it's funny.
It is pretty funny.
Naldthal, when it came out, and all it takes is one person to just insta wipe the entire alliance. Mad funny.
Because they don't know. Actually, you know what?
I don't know about the scales.
The scales are really funny.
All it takes is
This-
one person not understanding what's happening, and you just reset.
You just reset the whole fight.
It's
The sad thing there, though, is that the fight, those raids, I think at the moment suffer from really bad eye level sync.
Yes.
Where,
You don't even get that anymore if you're good.
yeah, you bypass so many of the mechanics, and I think, like, for me, that drags all of them down just a little bit, because a lot of the best moments of those raids they just don't show
They
up.
just don't happen, yeah. Because they don't have, because for some reason a lot of these bosses don't have damage gates. Like they don't they don't like stop and do the thing whenever they hit a certain percentage. They just
Mm.
do it after a certain amount of time and after they go through their rotation. Whereas like a lot of other bosses will be like, time to do the mechanic, I'm at 20%. Time to do the mechanic, I'm at 31%. Like, but none of these bosses do that.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was just more of a underestimation of how their eye level sync would work and how bad it would actually be.
Really
I wonder
bad.
if they just kind of anticipated it to not be as bad. So they were just like, "Oh, we'll go through the full rotation. We'll be fine. These mechanics will still happen." And then now all of a sudden they're just not.
They're just not happening. Like, if you see the scales, your whole alliance is bad.
Yeah.
Like,
And you're probably going to get the funny moment.
yeah.
It's perfect.
I've queued this a few times because there's also the funny moment at the beginning where you're on the where with the hammers and you're fighting the hammer guy, and
Oh,
you
yeah.
you could fall off because people don't know how to look left or right.
Yep. Even though all you have to do is stand in the middle.
Yep.
For like the first one, you just
Yep.
stand in the middle, and then like you look at where a hammer is. You go to the opposite end of that hammer, as long as it's like at the edge of the big lightning fuck you AoE, and then you just move once it gets hit.
Yep. But people still just fall. Oh, you know what I just realized? Why Tower is also funny? They throw buildings at you.
Yes.
That's also really funny.
And the train.
They
Oh
throw you
my
the
God.
train!
Oh my God. I just remembered one of the funniest moments, actually. It recently just happened to me in Paradigm's Breach. After countless times of me falling down because my shoes were untied. We get to the train part, and the entire alliance backs up. We're all over there, and we look across the field of train tracks, and there stands our main tank, still
Oh, no.
aggroing the boss,
Oh no.
and we're all just staring. And then a train just kills him. Gone. Just and we're all like, no. Why? They were just standing on the train track. I don't know what they were thinking, or if they just blanked, but
They just blanked. There's no
20. They were the only person to die to that train.
that's
It's
so
just
funny.
23 guys looking at our main tank going, "Oh, they're about to get hit with a train. They're just dead." It was in slow motion and it was so tragic.
I think now that I'm looking at this, I think Endwalker 1, I think it's funny and good. I don't know if I would queue for it out of my way, but it's funny and good when I get it.
Yeah, it was an enjoyable alliance raid.
Well, when we did it on launch, we had a 24 or we had an 8-person, we all glammed up in the same glam and we did it.
Oh, we had 24.
Or 24, sorry. But we all had the same glam, all 24 of us.
Oh,
Yep.
dang.
It was
Except
very
for-
fun.
Except for one person that didn't want to match.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, unironically not friends with that person anymore.
Because of that.
It was one of the reasons.
Yeah.
It absolutely held weight.
Another point for Aglaya, it also has very good glam.
That's true.
The Pantheon stuff is.
Oh,
gorgeous.
right. It's pretty good. Would you queue for it for fun though?
I don't think
It's
so.
like not really. The only reason why I've been queuing for it is because like it's good for grinding the jobs that are at 90 because it's
Yeah.
a pretty quick alliance raid
Yeah.
and it gets a lot of experience.
Okay. Is this when you follow Grass Girl? You're foreseen?
Yeah,
Um,
big naturals no fika.
yeah. I don't mind this one. I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind it. I don't think
Yeah,
it's
it's
bad. I
alright.
just don't mind it.
I think it would have benefited from the bosses being swapped. I think Halone is a much cooler final boss than Minfina is.
I would agree with that.
And Fina the Ice Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
With the
Minfina's
wolf.
the little girl. She's the girl with the dog.
She has dog, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I don't
think-
think you're right.
I think had you made Halone the final boss, you could have done some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't mind it though.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's bad.
Right. I think it's a solid one.
And then finally, we have Thalia. I'm gonna be honest. I don't remember this raid at all. I never get this. I've done this maybe less than 5 times in my life.
Is this
I
with the water?
I didn't even have this unlocked until like 2 months ago.
So it's what is it? I forget what the first guy's name is.
Okay, so the
'Cause
first
it's the water guy.
Yeah, the first guy
Then
is
Thaliak.
Thaliak.
Thaliak into Limlane, into Oshon, and then you get the
And then you get
super fusion of all of them.
Yeah, and then you
The
get the 12.
Megazord.
Yeah, the
which was
Megazord is
kind of
fire.
it's like it's a fire concept, but I think mechanically they could have done a lot more with it. Because what it does, it just kind of rehashes the moves that the other gods used, but it doesn't do much with them.
Yeah. I was actually kind of disappointed in this raid.
Mm.
To be
Chaotic
honest.
version?
Hmm?
Chaotic version? Eyes emoji?
Soon.
For this?
Yeah.
If
One
they,
day.
if they did chaotic version for this and you fought you go at the end,
Mm-hmm.
that would be crazy.
I think it'd be nuts.
Because
It
then
really
you could
is.
really just go ham on those because like you could basically be like, let's pick everybody's best move and make it better, and then it's one boss that does them all.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
Shit would be crazy.
But I don't think it's just funny because I don't think it's bad. I think there are funny moments, but I also don't mind it. But I don't think it's funny and that good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know. This might be a hot take for me. I think this is a low roll. I think this is a very forgettable raid. I kind of zone out.
I'm looking at the mechanics for just the bosses right now, and the navigator. I'm not going to try that. She has a mechanic if you emote at her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
Yeah. If you like blow kiss or Dota her, she's like, "Oi, cut it out, you!" And then she hits you with a tank buster.
Yeah, or if you hug her. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's those three. Yeah, she will hit you with the tank buster. That's very funny.
If you don't believe us and you're queuing and get this as a DPS, you should try it.
Yeah. Find out.
I think that by itself puts it in just funny.
At least.
It's just
you
funny. It's just
You
funny.
you can emote at a boss and you get hit with a tank buster.
I don't
because
think
you
it's
emoted
funnier than
right.
either of these, so I'm gonna put it over here.
That's correct.
Okay, so let's order these. Let's start with the bottom. The worst alliance raid in the game is what?
I think you got it right.
I think it's Void
I
Art.
think. Yeah,
This shit sucks.
yeah, I think so. I think
If
Void
we're
Arc is
saying
just forgettable.
are we saying like worst raid or are we saying like the most oh god no? Because
the most oh god
there's-
no.
There's a difference.
Sure. We'll say for this purposes the most oh god no.
I might give it to World of Darkness.
Yeah, it's between those two.
It's close.
Mm.
Mm.
You know what? Yeah.
Is there
just
a
because-
highlight of World? Well, okay. Is the highlight of World of Darkness that it's shorter?
Well, I think even if you look at it from like that, right? Well, they're both roughly the same length, I would say, because some of the like Angra Manju takes forever. Cerberus takes a long time. So that adds to the time of like World of Darkness. I think I would agree World of Darkness is probably the more oh god no, just because so many more things can go wrong than they can in Void Arc.
Yeah.
Because like I think in Void Arc you're only really worried about like the ventilation room. Because that's like the only room I can think of that we've actually wiped ever.
That room
Is that one
sucks. That room
specifically.
sucks.
Yeah. I think it's World of Darkness on just because there's just so many more things that can go bad
And are also not fun.
that are also unfun. Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool. Low roll. I think this is correct. I'd rather roll Circus Tower.
I would too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Just funny. I think this is correct objectively. I think Dunscape is the funniest out of these three.
Mhm.
I think Brother of the Ancient is also funny. And I think this is funny because of the emote. I don't mind either of these. I think these are fine. I think, honestly, if I was going to pick between the two, I would actually rather have this because I get this less often.
What's the... You get Rabanastre less often?
Yeah. No,
feel
no,
like
no,
I
no, no. I get I get
your sign.
yeah. I get Eurospin, whatever the shit's called.
I get I don't get that very
Oh,
I
often.
kn-
Euphrosyne, yeah.
Yeah, I get Minfina less often.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Funny and good. I think this is correct. Everybody loves Construct 7. Can't wait for the chaotic. And the top 4. Okay.
This is where it actually gets hard.
Yeah. I don't think Orban is first though. I would rather, to be honest, I'd rather have Breach. I think Breach is the best alliance rate in the game. It's long as shit, but like the whole time is fire and the glamours are good.
Yeah, I'd say because I like gameplay wise, Auburn's probably my favorite, but actually, like, it's only my favorite by a tiny margin, whereas the glamours in the near raids are so much better.
Yeah. Like I would be okay with something like this. I think this is fine. Because I like Orban better than the other two, and I think Breach and Orban are so close that the
Mm.
only thing for me separate them, me queuing them for fun, is the glamour.
Yeah, it's like more. Do I want to have fun? Like, yeah, do I want to have fun or do I want clothes?
And I do think though that Breach is a little bit funnier because of the train and the fact that they throw buildings at people. I think that's so funny.
Building is very funny.
Okay,
Yeah, that's good.
cool. Well, we will post this as well on our on all of our social media when the video or when the maybe probably the day after our this episode drops. Anybody want to talk about just alliance raids in general as we wind down here? We talked about each of them individually. What do you guys let's because we've seen, I believe, unless I'm bugging, I believe that was a teaser for the alliance raid for Dawn Trail that we saw, or was it a new dungeon?
If it was Final Fantasy 11 flavored, then it's the Alliance raids.
Okay. Okay, cool. So, what are we expecting in the FF11 raid in general?
I personally, I don't know. I know nothing about like the setting for FF11, so I'm kind of going into all of it pretty blind.
Yeah, same.
Who's the story about though? Like which of our main characters? Because every one of these fucking alliance raids has somebody it's tied to. Is it a new character or is it like somebody we know or? Because I have an idea.
It might be a. I think it might be someone new. Because there wasn't really like someone you know with the near raids, wasn't it? That was all new characters.
Yeah, other than the dwarf.
So I have some friends who are pretty big like FF11 fans, and one of the things they think is almost guaranteed for this is like Gulul Jaja is an FF11 character.
Ooh.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. That kind of directly contradicts with my theory because I thought it was gonna be Koana. Because I think Koana is going to be the catalyst for either the alliance raids or the actual or like because we already are going through the raids right now, and they're their own set of characters. So, but nah, not Gulul Jaja.
As far as I know, he's not like a huge character in FF11, but like he is like a named character in FF11. So
Yeah, that's enough.
yeah.
We also saw, and we'll kind of do a wrap up. This will be raids. This will be Alliance raids plus patch 7.1. Because we just learned a little bit about it. There's one more, I think, letter from the producer that has to come out. Right? They're doing a part 2 where they're actually like doing the normal one. But the society quests, battle stuff, that tells me I'm getting everything to 90 and I'm stopping. That's what that told me. It told me I'm getting all my DPS to 90 and then I'm gonna focus on other shit. And I'll just wait. Cause that plus elephants still give you 3 mil. Or like so it'll be fat XP. So those are, I'm actually surprised that the society quests are those for the battle classes are those nerds. Those duck guys.
The Pelu Pelu. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised too. I honestly, like, if I had to pick a group of people that would have been the combat ones, I would have surely told you Mamulja.
I would have bet $1,000 it was gonna be a Mamulja in
And I
that
would have
zone that I
lost
never
so
go
much
to.
money.
In that zone I never go to, that's really cool.
Right.
But no,
Yeah, I was a little surprised too.
I am more confident though that the crafter are the goblins.
Oh yeah.
Like that's
Without
100%, right?
Yeah,
has to.
yeah.
There's no way they're not, right? Like, and then that would mean by default are the gatherers the what do you call it? The bird people.
There's a lot they could do because now it's not like beast tribes; they're like the society quests now, which is why you have the Pelu Pelu. So it could be like the group of Hrothgars that had you make the tacos at one time. Like it could be,
Porn servant.
yeah, it could be the birds. It could like Mamulja could just suddenly be like, "Hey, you're a gatherer now." Um, it like the name change to like society quests actually expanded uh who it could potentially be. It could be the and we know they're in Tyrol, and this is going to be something that maybe come up in a later episode. The God, I forget their name and it makes me such a bad blue mage, but the people,
Ooh.
shut up, but the tribe that actually like founded blue magic is in Tyrol and we haven't seen any of them unless you did the fishing quests.
Ooh.
So they're there. They could be a society quest.
Boo.
No boo.
Beastmaster.
I can't wait for that too.
I
That's
know.
really exciting.
Call it. Okay, everybody call it right now. Which one's gonna have the best mount? Goblin.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the Moblins.
Yeah.
I feel like Pelu Pelus will be some sort of like, you know, the
Hey.
hippo cart. I feel like it's just going to be that, but with alpacas.
What if for the Pelu Pelus it's the golden alpaca?
It's a
That would
golden.
be crazy.
That's funny as hell.
That would be crazy. I'm honestly surprised they haven't turned that into a gill mount yet, like the Namazu one or the other one, like the other ones that just shit out Gil every time you do anything with them. I'm surprised they haven't made the
Well,
golden
Gil's not
alpaca
real.
one of those yet. No, Gil is not real. But I'm surprised they haven't made the golden alpaca that one of those yet. But they could be saving it for the Pelu Pelu quest, and that'll be exciting to see.
I mean, the dwarves gave me a tank, so I don't know what the goblins are to get me, but
The rabbits gave you a plane. That's pretty cool.
They gave me a Segway.
Yeah, but it turns into a little plane.
It turned into like little
Yeah.
jet plane, yeah, or a little propeller plane. I look like Corky.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like the Moblins are going to give us something like the dwarves. It's guaranteed, right?
A tank.
A different tank.
Another tank.
I do like the squishy jelly UFO type thing that you get from
that one is really cool.
Oh, from
Ultima Thule.
Ultima Thule. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
that. Yeah, where you turn tiny.
yeah.
That is really neat.
Yeah, I've been collecting Society Quest mounts, and in my spare time, and I'm like, the hippo one is okay. Ultima Thule is really good. Goblins is pretty good. Pixies are ass. But I feel like if I was writing, if I was a Lalafell, I feel like the Porksy would be better.
Porksy is very funny.
Oh, Porksy.
But now that I got the Boba Tea one, I don't need the Pixie
Mhm.
Porksy.
King Porksy.
I got King Porksy now. Like
Fine.
Porksy with crown.
Mike and I have the trophy one. Have the PvP one.
It's true. Yep.
We have
do have
big.
the
What?
oppressor.
Yeah.
And the oppressor does not scale to size if you're a Lalafell, which is very funny.
It's the same size. I kind of wish it did.
That yeah. You couldn't have gone wrong either way.
Well, that's gonna be it for this episode. We talked about alliance raids. We're gonna talk about something else next week. But other than that, all of our socials will be in the description below. 7.1 is on its way. What did they say? November?
Like mid-November.
Mid-November. So we'll have a few episodes before then. We're gonna be talking about a bunch of stuff. Hopefully by the time the next episode rolls around, we'll learn. I don't know. They'll announce when the next letter from the producer is. So we'll talk about that. So yeah, lots of stuff. Make sure you go ahead and share and like the podcast. Make sure to follow us on Light Party Podcast everywhere. Links are in the description below. Share with your friends. And enjoy your roulettes, everybody. Don't forget. And make sure to respond to your queue. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Cut that out. Cut that out.
I left that in.